in a tavern down the cobbled road, where the lanterns gleam with a warm, soft glow. The ruby Mad Hatter, with a twinkle in his eye, greets every...
All right. Howdy, everyone. Welcome to Tabletop Tuesday. Hey, Lord Hogmeister, how's it going, buddy? I'm not going to make fun of the cooking thing because you've asked people to stop doing that, so I'm not going to bring that up. Though, tell me, what is your best meal, good sir? What is the food you have made that you are the most proud of? For myself, it's bouillabaisse. I have apparently made an amazing bouillabaisse that to this day I've never gotten to eat. Like, to date. Like, have I already told you that, Gamera?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, alright. I learned how to make bouillabaisse in culinary school. Alright?
Uh-huh.
Rose, go upstairs, please. Okay, then shush. So I learned how to make bouillabaisse in culinary school. We made it twice in culinary school. I've made it twice outside of culinary school. All 4 times, I've never gotten to eat it.
Because it just got eaten that quickly?
It
Or...
gets eaten that quickly.
It.
Yes. Go away, Rose. Please.
Okay.
So the best example to give of this is I made it for a family reunion. Okay?
Okay.
There was 100 people at the reunion. So I got myself like a big honkin' wok. And when I say honkin' wok, I'm talking all 4 burners on the stove was heating this thing.
Gotcha.
Like that size. All right. And I got all the recipe, all the important things and so on and so forth. My favorite meal has always been lasagna since 05. Lasagna with garlic bread is a good choice, by the way, Hog. Very good meal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lasagna is amazing.
If done well. Lasagna is honestly the sign of a good or a bad cook. Because if the lasagna is done well, you know the person's good. If the lasagna is done poorly, you know they are shit cook.
And if it's a vegetarian lasagna, you know they're a psycho and you should get out immediately.
No. The worst lasagna I've ever had to experience was a vegan lasagna.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck did you use for the cheese? How does this make sense? Just mops as I spend time with the wife. Okay, Sador, you have a great night. Enjoy that time with your significant other. How the fuck can you make a vegan lasagna? Dude, do not ask me. This was one of our students in the culinary school. He was a full-on vegan, would not eat cheese or eggs or milk or any of that shit. And so, yeah. I don't know, dude. I didn't eat it. I made it a point not to eat the fucking thing. Because I was like, fuck that. By the way, those who are watching the stream, please let me know how the sound is coming. Because I made modifications to both my mic and the Discord mic. To try to make it sound smoother.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah. Cheese sauce from milking coconut cows. Sound is great. Awesome. So, like I was saying, I made this giant wok of bouillabaisse. All right. And I served it with 2 baguettes, and like we're talking 3-foot long baguettes of toasted French bread that was seasoned. I think it was like tarragon or something. I forget the exact seasoning I used at the time. I went back inside and I went to go finish a dark chocolate mousse because I have several family members who are giant dark chocolate fans. So I was like, okay, I'll make something nice for them. So I make them a dark chocolate mousse. I bring it out, put it on the dessert table. All right. I then grab a bowl and go over to the bouillabaisse wok. Now, mind you, I was inside for maybe 15, 20 minutes. I want to say. I know it wasn't half an hour. The wok was empty. The bread was gone. And one of my cousins was wiping the wok with white bread to get the last of the broth out because they ran out of the toasted French bread. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wanted to just beat my head against the fucking table at that point. All right. Anyway, couple quick announcements before we go too much further into crazy town of bullshit. All right. One, first announcement is I am working on season 4 of Stellaris Eterna. So it means I am writing the intro right now. Like, not right now at this moment, but recently. All right. Like, when I get free time, I write a little bit more on it each time. All right. So, I do not know what Gamera is playing, but he will be playing something. And I feel like at this point, we should just surprise each other with what we're going with. I can tell you, I'm telling you right now, I am not a bad guy.
Good.
I'm not playing a fascist dictatorship.
That will be a nice change of pace.
Hey, I only did it at one time. Season 1 was, short-lived, but I'm saving that faction for when they release the psionic expansion. Because I want to use that for the Sacrosanct Hegemony.
Sure.
Season 2 was when I played the UN in space.
I do recall that. Was that the one that we kind of had to bail out of early, though?
Yeah, we did have to bail out early because there was nothing that could stand against us. Like, we raffle stomped the crisis, like, extremely hard.
Yeah.
So, there is that. Season 3 was the Fascist Dictator Empire that I played, which was evil humans. I will say season 4, I am not playing humans.
Okay.
So we are finally moving away from Earth.
I am also not playing humans.
Yep. So I am working on it. I hope to have the intro video at least written in the next couple weeks.
Right.
I will say that my idea is while we wait for Rimworld's mods to catch up with the newest expansion, I'll be playing various games in the background just for funsies while we talk. Mm-hmm. But my goal is to eventually start playing Stellaris on Tuesdays.
Okay.
One, that makes it so that you're here every Tuesday anyway, for the most part.
Yep.
So we could just do it then. And we still have plenty of time to do discussions.
Yep. Matter of fact, I am playing Stellaris now. I am finishing up my first post-biogenesis run in about the last 16 years of the game.
All right. I do have a Ko-fi, by the way, audience, so if you want to help keep the lights on here or help us make better content, by all means, please donate to the Ko-fi. Once we get to $300 total donated, I get basically a whipped cream pie to the face from my daughter. And she is very excited about that.
About what?
The whipped cream pie to the face for Daddy.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, off you go.
Mom.
Go eat your green beans. So yeah, that helps out. I will have secondary things to being sold on Ko-fi here, hopefully in the next month or so. I'm finishing a one-shot that I'm writing, and I'm going to post that on Ko-fi for like $5.
Right on.
I feel like that's a fair price for a
Commentary.
one-shot.
I mean,
Sure.
nice human. Good human.
Hey, Mr. Noise, how's it going, buddy? You were playing Mafia 2. Everybody's playing Mafia lately. Must be a popular thing lately. Oh, okay. Alright, anyway, so that's that. Let me get to the game. Because...
Commentary. I mean, nice human.
Skulls for the skull throne! Blood for the blood god!
And Inquisition's here.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. What's up, Tavern Master? I'm doing fine. What's up with you, Dragon Rider? So yeah, this is the last Rimworld stream we have for this colony. Because once they release the new update, this save will be bad. It will be corrupted. It won't work. So, there is that. I hope to eventually make another colony for you guys to have fun with. So we'll see how that works. Goodbye, world. Yep, the world's going boom.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, they're basically, who makes Rimworld? Ludon Studios is pulling, an Alderaan here. Alright, so we need 2 more advanced components. Okay. Anyway, so I mentioned there was a fun story I wanted to share with you early, Gamera, first.
Mm-hmm.
Alright? Now, this story is about War Thunder.
Our favorite forums that constantly leak classified data.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, if I was a agent of any kind of espionage, like, organization, I wanted information on a particular vehicle, I just talk shit about that vehicle on the War Thunder forums and just let them do the work for me.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. The vehicle in question today was the AV-8B Harrier 2.
Okay.
What the fuck? Newspapers.
Yeah.
Okay. That's neat. I never knew that was a thing. Oh my god. Okay, so we have the consortium flying above. Your social is 13. Who is the best social? 15, and that is Turtle. Alright, when you're done sleeping, I want you to call them. So yeah, the AV-8B Harrier 2's information got leaked on the War Thunder forums.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah. It's kind of gotten ridiculous at this point. Like, good gods. It just blows my damn mind sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next fun story, is Dune in this case. Dune is having a hacker issue.
Oh no.
Yes, hackers have figured out how to not only steal players' vehicles by tricking the servers into favoring the client's information over their own.
Gotcha.
And so their client will say, I own that flying vehicle. And the server will go, oh, okay, then yeah, you have to own that flying vehicle. Despite what, you know, my server says and what the other person's client says.
Right.
Which is a problem.
Uh-huh. 100%.
Oh, it gets way worse. Because that only was happening in the deep desert. In public Haga basins, people's bases have now been raided for materials.
I see.
So, I am so glad we have a private server.
Yeah, I would say so.
And to be honest, as soon as I saw what they were doing with the game and all their plans with it, I knew private server was the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because one big reason, if someone's being an asshole in game, I have the right to boot them from the server.
Yep.
And that makes my life so much easier.
Commentary. I mean, nice human.
Hey, Daryl!
Good human.
Nice human. Good human. Uh-oh. Something's attacking. What is it? Oh. Robots there and there. Okay. Are they going to be forced to come in? I think the entire wall's done. Yes, so they have to come in through this. That's good to know. Alright, but I don't have enough to do that. Alright, let me get all of my people awake who have weapons.
Let me see. Did I have another trade station around here somewhere? Seems like I did.
Alright. Alright, so there we go. Everybody. That way. Alright. So yeah, Dune's currently dealing with that dumb shit, and suffice to say, it's not going well.
Hmm.
Mostly due to the fact that they are now dealing with, how do I want to put this? A lot of people being very, very, very pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And that is hurting their player count numbers a little bit. But they still do have well over 1 million players.
Right.
Which is good. So, my hope is that everything goes smoothly and they fix it relatively quickly. But they are still quite... Ooh, Jesus Christ, give me a second. Rimworld is loud. Oh, that's why. Rimworld's at 100% volume. No wonder why it was fucking loud as hell. Okay, game, what are these guys doing? I don't know where these guys are going. They're just running off somewhere, and it's really weird. Oh, that's where they're gathering. Okay, that's bizarre, but we'll take it. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, Jesus Christ. Maverick, you need to move away from people, please.
Why? What's going on with Maverick?
His Gauss rifle killed 2 people.
I mean, that's what rifles are for, right?
Yeah, but he wasn't aiming at them.
Okay, that's, I mean, in a way, that's kind of more impressive.
Yeah, well, no, they were right next to him, and the bullet went through them and hit the other targets.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Alright, where's AP? Oh, there you are. No, it's not AP that has it. Who's the one that has it? Alright, we're gonna put you over here. Alright, so almost got rid of these robots. Alright. So, in other fun news, have you ever heard of a company called DCCP Games?
DCCP Games.
Yeah,
no, doesn't ring a
CCP.
bell.
Okay. So, that company is the one who owns EVE Online.
Okay, okay.
They put, the company that owns them, which is a Korean company,
Uh-huh.
just put them up for sale.
Interesting.
So, we'll see who, decides...
Nice. Nice.
There's Wisen. We're gonna see, Alright, there it goes. So we'll see who decides to buy them, because there are several companies who have feigned interest, at least.
Sure, sure.
Some of them are good, and some of them are really fucking bad.
Okay.
One of the bad ones being EA.
Yeah, that could be bad.
Another company that would also was a problematic company is a hedge fund.
Yeah.
So if one of these not so great companies gets a hold of Eve, we could easily be seeing the end of Eve Online.
I will say, though, just based on the nature of EVE Online, it would be terribly funny if a hedge fund got hold of it.
Honestly, yeah. That would have a level of irony to it that I just would find delicious. There are a few smaller companies that are kind of interested in doing that, but none of them really stood out to me as companies I knew.
Right.
But the article I saw that was talking about it said, here are the positive companies, here are the negatives.
Sure.
And the reason why EA got labeled as negative was not just because they're a shitty company, but also EA's marketing team has given hints about what they would like to do with Eve, and it wouldn't be good for the game.
Sure. Speaking of evil video game companies, have you heard the latest from Ubisoft?
Uh-oh, what did Ubisoft do?
Okay, I'm going to have to look up the details. I honestly kind of assumed that you would have heard about it, so I wouldn't have to explain it in detail.
Which game is it involving?
I think all of them.
Okay.
Let me get the details here. So, yes, Ubisoft has updated its EULA. And let me get the details here, which now states that those who own the product. This is a specific game, isn't it? Is this which game is this?
Ubisoft EULA demanding consumers destroy delisted games adds fuel to the Stop Killing Games movement.
Yes. So this is related to the other thing. Basically, it wants anyone who owns the product to destroy all copies when it terminates the game.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so they essentially want to flip the situation on its head where, people are angry about, like, oh, games are going to more digital, you don't really own anything anymore, and Ubisoft's like, yeah, that's exactly what we want.
Yeah, like, get rid... Now, in the return... the whole thing with the crew, alright? No offense to people who enjoy the crew, alright? I understand it's probably a good game. But here's the problem. It's had 2 sequels at this point. And one of the sequels is literally just an updated version of the first game. It's nothing different. It's the same story. It's the same shit. It is just an updated version.
Yeah.
So, like, at this point, it's like, you guys need to chill.
Yeah, and honestly...
Now, don't get me wrong.
Go ahead. I was going to say our last conversation had the sexual harassment and other abuses at Ubisoft that they are currently being investigated for and sued for, and now there's this. It's like Ubisoft is literally doing everything possible to absolutely fuck over itself. Like you could not make worse decisions as a company on any level, and it's kind of funny, but also infuriating.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, guys, how do you fuck this up this badly? But speaking of companies that are going to that are in the process of shooting themselves in the foot, and this is a possible shooting themselves in the foot, not a guarantee. Unknown Worlds has removed 3 of its primary devs.
Okay.
The ones who were the makers of Subnautica.
Oh dear.
All right. So now this could be bad, this could be good. And the reason why is give me a second. It's Unknown Worlds dev removal Subnautica 2. Cuz I remember this. One of the things they announced in their announcement that the devs were gone was they wanted to focus on player experience and giving the players what they want.
Sure.
Which means the good side of this could possibly be that Unknown Worlds is listening to their player base and telling their former devs to shut the fuck up and give the players what they want.
Yeah.
Because the 3 devs that were being discussed, we're still fighting against the idea of co-op in Subnautica 2. Even though it's been announced that it's being added and everything.
Okay.
Like they were very vocal about, we don't want this in our game.
Right.
And pretty much the rest of the company went, nah, we don't care. Bye.
Honestly, not bad.
Yeah, that's the not bad part. But the bad part is they could be also making other changes that we don't know about that could be problematic for Subnautica.
Mm-hmm.
So I am cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I was going to say, any specifics that you've heard, or is it just like big changes, therefore some of them could be bad?
It's just they're not being upfront about what changes they're making, other than the fact that they're keeping the co-op in the game.
Okay.
Because a lot of people were wanting the co-op, and the 3 original devs were like, no, that's not our vision.
Well, now your vision's the unemployment line.
Yeah. Like, and this is why I try to tell people, it's like, look, yeah, the customer is not always right. But at the same time, if there's enough of them screaming for something, it's just good business to do it.
So you bring up an interesting thing, the customer is always right line. There's some background there. And basically the short version is that the saying is the customer is always right in matters of taste.
Yep.
And that's true. But unfortunately, over the years, we've kind of had that truncated into the customer is always right, which is a horrible, toxic philosophy that just isn't good for anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes the customer is an asshole.
Yeah, sometimes the customer needs to basically shut the fuck up. Just, like, goddamn. It's just, oh, it's like, holy shit, dude. Ooh, psychic sensitizer. I want that. Oh wait. Damn it. Oh, this is what they have versus what I have. Okay, whoops, my bad. I got plenty of plasteel now. Plenty of steel. I wish they had advanced components, but they don't. Alright, we'll just grab ourselves the trading stations, the robots, to help clean and haul everything. Because that's useful. And we'll grab all the gold. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Oh. Oh, you sent me a bunch of advanced components. Nice. And
I also sent you some, what I assume is food.
we're about to find out. Jelly fungus, what is that? Mushroom sprinkled with salty water. Okay.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it sounds fucking wonderful. Like, holy shit. Okay, where did... Oh, there they are. I was like, what happened to these guys? Alright, so those are good. So now I just need to install these in various places. Because these need to be done so that way my place is nice and clean, and as well as everything's being hauled where it needs to be. Yeah, apparently this mod pack, by the way, only gave me hauling bots and cleaning bots.
I see.
Which, honestly, I like better. I don't like having a bot for everything.
Yeah, I imagine it could get a little silly.
Yeah, it's a little tedious. Hi, child. Okay, Arshatan has been upgraded. Alright, Arshatan. There you are. Great town, 7,000 gold. And this is my... Oh, my lumberjack one. Which is providing income. Okay, so... Let's go with... We'll go with an intergalactic market. So that way we're selling wood to the stars.
I will say that I think after the 4.0 update, Stellaris is the best it's ever been. You know, allowing that they still need to do some balance changes and bug fixes,
Yeah.
but it still has the same problem that it's always had, which is after you've beaten the crisis, it just does. It's like you're just wasting time until the game ends.
Yeah. Especially, like... Unless you're playing, like, a super high difficulty, it really just doesn't give you much of a challenge.
I'm less worried about challenge and just more about
Commentary.
like
I mean,
experiential things to do.
human.
But once you get to the late game,
human.
it's like, well, you can't find any new anomalies. There are no new archaeological sites. You do occasionally get a new astral rift, but they're pretty few and far between.
Yeah, and it's not like really anybody wants to fight you at that point.
No, usually by the late mid game, you've kind of frozen into some various like federations and various alliances. I've in the game I'm in, I'm the Galactic Custodian. I'm in a federation. I've got 5 vassals, and then there are 2 other federations that account for literally every other civilization in the galaxy except the one fallen empire that's left. And it's like, I guess I could pick a fight with one of them, but
Why? Like, I
Yeah.
win. Yeah, I just actually finished my Stellaris game recently. That I was doing on my own. And I was doing Knights of the Toxic God.
Right.
And that actually went fairly well. It wasn't terrible.
Nice.
Especially since I wasn't going warmongery. I was going like, yeah, we're all about science and understanding the toxic gods. So that way we can, you know, better make things, you know, improve the universe. And it turned out if you go the science route with the toxic god, because you have science or combat. If you go the science route, you learn how to detoxify all the planets in the galaxy at once.
Nice.
So it's just like, oh, that was not what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting is like, my guys enjoy toxic stuff, so why would I? And then I realized, oh, I fixed that problem too when I, you know, figured out the toxic god. I solved my need for toxic planets.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, shit.
So yeah, in the game I'm running right now, I'm about 14 years from the end. I have more victory points than the next 4 people combined. And the next 5 people are my vassals plus my Federation associate, the one independent Federation associate. And then the number 7 guy is the one fallen empire. So basically all my allies, except the one single system ally, are above the fallen empire.
That's
did I miss
wild.
something? Yeah, so we really got this one on lockdown.
Yep. But yeah, this... I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with Eve. I'm waiting to see what happens with Subnautica 2. Like I said, I'm kind of hopeful for it, but we'll see what happens. Inquisition got me a game, and I'm going to have to play it sometime in the near future. And that is Star Trek Resurgence.
Okay.
It's done by Telltale Games.
Okay.
So they did a Star Trek game.
Neat.
So I'm kind of excited to see what they did with it, and and I'm hoping it goes well. We got Dr. Hubs and Sater with the hype. Thanks for the hype, guys. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see what it does, and you know, things of that nature. I've also started playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
There's no kinetic sayer.
Because okay.
Have connection, and that's what you take the thing.
So there is that. Civ 7 is learning some important lessons about listening to the right fans and not listening to the wrong ones.
Okay.
The best example is Sid Meier had a talk back in 2012 where he described what he called the 7 different types of fans of a game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And one, or at least definitely for Civ, the people they tended to listen to were the genre savvy ones who want like what they want for traditional genre games and don't like things changing too much. All right.
Okay.
But the big one they listened to in this newest expansion for Civ 7 was the historical accurate ones.
Uh-huh.
They wanted the game to be more historically accurate, and I'm like, you are stupid.
Yeah.
I straight up, I've told people this multiple times. I don't play the Civilization series for fucking historical accuracy. I play it for
No.
the what if.
Well, and even beyond that, it's like, okay, yeah, I know Gandhi wasn't around in the Stone Age, but I still should be able to pick Gandhi as my, leader and stick with him throughout the game.
Yeah. I would like to see what the world might look like if I play, ancient Egypt all the way to the modern era.
Yeah.
Like, those are fun little what if situations. Like, what if I played Bismarck to the modern day?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, let's make this cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think that's probably the better way to go there.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, while I get some water in me.
It's the same thing kind of that you sometimes run into in D&D. It's like, that's not realistic. What game are you playing?
Yeah. Motherfucker, this is D&D. We have dragons flying around. I have the ability to rewrite reality with my fucking mind and hand motions and talking. Like, piss off. Like, oh my god. How do you fuck this up this badly? But apparently they took lessons from 2 different games when making Civ 7. Some of the devs have reported.
Uh-huh.
One of the games they took lessons from was a game called Humankind.
Okay.
Which has the era switching thing in it.
Gotcha.
So that's where this era switching came from. Also, each era in Civ 7 has a crisis. Like a disease, or like barbarians go berserk or something.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea.
Yes, but the problem is it does it almost exactly the same way as Stellaris does.
Uh-huh.
So imagine a Stellaris crisis multiple times in a game.
I mean, Stellaris does usually have at least one mid-game crisis that pops up. It's of lesser intensity.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I wouldn't want a full-scale Stellaris crisis as in the endgame crisis multiple times in a game.
Yeah, especially one in the early game. Because
that could be tricky.
It happens in every era. So that means the era of antiquity, congratulations, you're getting a disease, likely. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, I'm all for games learning from other games. That's fine. But there comes a time when it's like, you gotta look at what the other game is doing and go, does this fit with what our game already does?
Right.
And the idea of crises, I believe. Crises in a Civilization game just honestly doesn't make sense. Like a set crisis.
Yes.
Where instead of like, I've always been like, when it came to Civilization, like, okay, the game randomly throws barbarians at this point, or maybe at a random time a city gets a plague.
Yeah.
those are fine. That's like, okay, that fits Civ. That works. But you should be able to plan for those and be
Sure.
like, oh, hey, you know, plagues in a city is a possibility. Allow me to build hospitals and clinics to make sure that the plague doesn't spread. I mean, that kind of shit.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Yeah. But it's just... So Civ's learning the hard lesson. They are slowly taking steps to fix things. As I have told Shmi, or Stop Me Shmi is his name. As I've told him multiple times, I will not pick up Civ 7 until the forcing of switching of Civs every era is gone.
Yeah.
I want that as an option. I do not want it as a you have to do this.
That would make me a lot happier with it for sure.
Yeah. The other thing I'd like to see is something from Civ 6, which I'm not a fan of Civ 6 overall, because I don't like the district system. But I get why they did it.
Commentary.
Color coding
nice
the
human.
districts is useful.
Good human.
Hey, Aranye!
Yeah.
How you doing? Because, like, in Civ 6, they color-coded the districts.
Mm-hmm.
And, honestly, I like that. Because it allows me to look at a district from above, even with the UI off. And I can tell by the color of the buildings, like, that they favor, what kind of a building it is. Or what kind of a city is the focus.
Sure.
Which is nice visually.
Yeah.
But they got rid of that in Civ 7 because they wanted it more historically accurate again. So all your cities are just this wonderful shade of gray and brown. Because that's what I want when I play Civilization, is to make me feel like I'm looking at a Call of Duty fucking map.
That's what I want out of a computer game in general, to use all the beautiful 1,000 colors that my monitor can produce and give me 12 shades of brown and 8 shades of gray.
Yeah, because that fucking works.
It's one of the criticisms I had of Diablo 4 when it dropped. It's like, this looks like old mustard that has been left out on the sidewalk.
All the time. Yeah. It is definitely wild. Alright. So we've beaten around the bush on this one. I talked about this last week. I'm not sure if you were here for that, but...
I don't think I got to pay attention to most of the stream. I had some stuff going on.
So last week I talked about Stop Killing Games. And I talked about several people that were involved in its discussion. One was Pirate Software, because he was one of the biggest voices involved in it. Another was Destiny, who is a political commentator. I talked about a video game dev who also let his voice be known. And I also talked about the original guy, Ross.
Right.
All right. One of the things that I pointed out that I have been corrected on is apparently you can modify a gaming server fairly well. It's not overly difficult, apparently, from what I've been told.
Okay.
So there is that. But I will still state that the statement Destiny made has to be inaccurate. And that was, all we need to do for these servers was put in an or statement and end that or statement in null for the third-party attachments to these servers to make them run.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's so many possibilities that it's impossible to say that. It's very unlikely that that would work for all or even many servers.
I would say there would be a few games you can do that with, but the large majority would probably not work.
Yeah, that is an extremely optimistic take.
Yeah, but Destiny, don't get me wrong, Destiny understood the politics of the situation decently, but he didn't understand the tech. And he even admitted that, and then still said, but my assumption is correct. And I'm like,
I don't know shit about this, but I know I'm absolutely right.
yeah, it's like, how? What? Fucking Christ, what? Like,
Lord, give me the confidence of a mediocre white man.
yeah, apparently. God give me patience. Don't you mean God give you strength? If God gave me strength, you'd be dead. Like, Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I have read up a little bit on the stop killing games. I saw Charlie, Moist Critical, or Penguin Zero, if you prefer, had done some videos on it. I heard about the kind of controversy with Pirate Software, who is just being like a raging asshole about it, apparently.
Oh,
Nice
massively.
human. Good
Hey,
human.
Mooncat!
But I think the principle is good, like to push for some rules and even just some standards. Like, hey, when you stop supporting a game, make it possible for people to still play the game because people have invested in it.
I had one solution. I want to hear what you think of that solution with your research and knowing what you know of computers.
Okay.
All right. My solution I threw down was, if the player community is able to develop a private server of their own, that they should put into the laws once a game is done being run. Like, say, WoW shuts down, okay? Like, Blizzard turns off the WoW servers finally, because they're done with WoW.
I mean, nice human. Good human.
A player group gets together and figures out how to make a private server work for WoW, once WoW is no longer being run by Blizzard, they should just be allowed to do that. Blizzard should have zero say in that. Or let me phrase that. Not zero say, limited say.
Sure.
Yes, I am woman. I hope you're good. I'm doing better than I was yesterday. Bolt of lightning took out my house, like my internet for like a few moments. That was fun. But yeah, no, I said limited say. And the reason why I say limited say is, like, if someone makes an obnoxious version of their servers and do all kinds of, like, horrible things that actually damage the brand.
Yeah.
Then
like,
Blizzard should have a say in it.
I think a fan server should, under such a law, be legally required to say that it is not affiliated with the original company, that this is a fan server, that, it does not represent the views of the company.
Yeah. And the original company should still have some say of, like, hey, this person put in a bunch of blackjack and hookers and stuff into the game, and we're not down with that. We want that gone. That kind of stuff.
I think the problem is then they're given control without, like, real authority there. So what I would probably say is, if you have an online all the time service type game and you want to shut it down, maybe there could be a process where you say you basically have to be transparent and say, look, it costs us X number of dollars to run this server. If you, a dedicated group of players, wants to continue to have this server run and you can raise this much amongst yourselves, that covers the hardware, it covers the power, it covers, basically a couple of hours a week for someone to do any necessary maintenance. Then we will continue to provide this service, and then next year we'll reevaluate the costs and see if they're the same, in which case we'll give you an update. And basically that means that the company's never obligated to lose money on it, but at the same time, as long as they're not losing money on it, the game remains available.
I would say even that, or if the company themselves aren't willing to do it, do what Dune Awakening did. Give access to private servers to, like, 3 or 4 smaller private server companies.
Yeah, you could have essentially a spin-off little company that could be, independent and basically has the right to run those servers.
Yeah, I feel like that would be honestly the best way forward, company-wise and legally-wise, with maybe some of the most smaller ones where like people just aren't interested in it or not enough.
Right.
Just give the players an option to have a private server of their own, of like 10 people.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is the better way if you can design your game in such a way that it can be essentially just if somebody's got a beefy server at home and they want to spin up a new instance, if you design your game to be compatible with that, that's fantastic. That is, I think, the best solution all around. What the hell just happened? Oh, I see. I see.
I will disagree with Pirate Software on one thing though. Uh, Speaking about server infrastructure and stuff, his comment was, people who want to make money off of these private servers, will purposely go and use bots and other things to crash the game itself so they could get access to the server coding.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to break it to him, that's already happening. This initiative would not increase it any.
No.
It would literally just be like, guys, it's not going to be a thing. It's already happening because these illegal servers, or the guys who would do this kind of behavior, are already running illegal servers.
Yeah.
So you are not discouraging or encouraging them in either way. And it's just, so it's like, I don't think that's as bad as he thinks it's going to be, for
No.
one. Two, he doesn't have an understanding of how EU law works.
That, I think, is a pretty common factor.
Yeah.
Like, they legitimately have some truly different ways to do things, and in some ways they are very good, in some ways not so good, but yeah. I think it is... Yeah, they have some very different rules and regs there.
Yeah, and he doesn't understand these, and he's operating off of how the U.S. does things, and he doesn't quite get that this initiative is just the start of the conversation.
Right.
He keeps acting like it's going to go in front of, like, Congress. And it's like, no, this is more like, in U.S. terms, it'd be like going in front of a committee. It's like where they begin the discussion, where it's like, hey, let's bring it in front of like 12 people, have them start discussing these things. And
right.
He also acts like the devs won't have a seat at the table in this discussion. And I'm sitting there going, my brother in, the Matrix, let's use that because it's like fucking computer shit. It's like my brother in the Matrix or my brother in Neo. The devs are going to have a seat. You're telling me a multi-billion-dollar, industry is not going to have someone in the room?
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not going to be a thing. It's like, come on, man, don't be that dumb. I mean, this is also, there were some things that Ross said that I kind of just, like, rolled my eyes. I knew they were a joke. But at the same time, it's like some people have taken them as gospel, and I'm, like, shaking my head.
Right.
Like, the whole, this is an easy win for politicians, and I'm sitting there going, no, it's not.
I mean, nothing's an easy win for politicians anymore.
Yeah, for one, that's true. But two, we still have politicians who are bringing up video games cause violence. And we've been arguing that for, 30-plus years?
Yeah.
Like, my God. This conversation has, like... That conversation should have been dead at this point, but it still keeps coming back like Frankenstein's monster.
That's true. Though I will say, I think this would be like a universal positive with a huge segment of the population, and then most of the rest of the population wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very small percentage of the population that are really that cooked-brained to say, oh yeah, video games cause violence. They're very loud, but there aren't, like, tons of them.
Yeah. But no, I could see, if anything, he's like, this would go through quickly, it's an easy win, politicians just want to get off their plate. I'm like, I don't think he gets the fact that, like, politicians, in order to avoid dealing with the difficult topics, will find a niche topic to overly focus on and just talk about that until the heat death of the universe. And this, I feel, this initiative will be that for a while.
Could be, yeah.
Like, I fully see just politicians going, hey, I don't have to sit here and talk about, social justice or voting rights or, Medicare or Medicaid or any of this crap. I could just talk about this dumb topic for like 2 years and no one will care.
Yeah.
Like, I hate saying that, but it feels like it's accurate.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So there is that. Now, do I believe this discussion needs to start? Oh, hell yes. And I'm not sure if you paid attention to the news about it recently.
I don't think I saw it.
They passed their requirement.
Commentary. I mean, nice.
Oh,
human.
the like petition or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they reached the 1 million signatures.
Cool.
Hey, Mez, have a good night. Sleep. Get some rest. I appreciate you being here. Go to sleep. All right. But yeah, I mean, the initiative is good. I'm glad it got the signatures. Now, they're going higher in the signatures with it because they suspect at this point that some of the signatures they got were people outside the EU using VPNs.
Sure, yeah.
And some people doing multiple signatures.
Yeah, so you definitely want to have some insulation there.
Yeah, so they're going for some insulation there. Hey, Inquisition.
Hello. So, give me just a moment.
Okay. We got biogel. Okay. We got some biogel. All right. Turtle. How much longer? Oh, in a day. We can try to convert people again. 6 days for the ritual. All right. But anyway, I've been yammering. Gamera, what are your thoughts on the whole thing? You've mentioned some.
I mean, like I said, I really like the idea that we are finally taking a look at this. I do feel like companies have gone off the deep end. Like the Ubisoft stuff that we were talking about is just absolutely insane. The degree of entitlement is crazy, and something's got to give. Now, does that mean everything that Stop Killing Games proposes is likely to get done? No, but it's a good place to start the conversation about game preservation. I am also of the opinion generally that if a company effectively abandons a work, basically says, well, we can't make money off this anymore, so therefore we're not going to let people buy it from us. That I think is within their right, but I do think that they need to make that available publicly, or at least, take some step towards making it available. Because, and this isn't just video games, I'm a big movie buff, and I watch all kinds of shit that maybe has only ever been released for the home video market on VHS and never again, because it's not worth the time for them to put it out there or convert it for streaming. And I get that, but at the same time, they, if someone rips that from a VHS and uploads it, the company's going to go after, well, that's our property. You're taking money out of. No, we're not taking money away from you. You're not selling this. It is making you $0. And you're saying, well, we could market in the future. Well, then go ahead and market it. It's not like we're talking about a big effort here. So, yeah, either, to use the vernacular, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think the same applies largely to video games. Go ahead, Inquisition. How are you?
I'm well, and this particular topic is something I'm interested in. Have either of you heard of Dino Crisis?
Dino Crisis, of course.
That game has just sat unused for ages, despite the fact there are some truly devoted fans, one of whom actually went out of his way to create like a mini demo type thing and put it up on YouTube. And he was basically pleading with, I'm not going to name the company, because quite frankly, I don't think they should get any kind of advertising, intentional or otherwise. But I was very fond of that, to the point I had played one of the games so much that I knew every single line of dialogue.
Okay,
Yeah.
I need to fix something real quick because the game is really problematic. And I need to let them out. Hey, AP!
Now, if it were up to me, I would quite happily go, here's the first, here's the third, and a few of the others that we just won't talk about because, God, why? But if people want to play these games and you're just saying, no, we're going to take the ability to do that away from you because we're not making any money out of it, you reveal yourself as one, only interested in what money you can suck out of people, and two, you're only interested in making money off of people, not in, here's a good game, let's get it properly done and sent out to people. For example, can you name a game that's come out recently that hasn't had a day one patch?
That's pretty common these days, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. Alright. So I've just released 400 and some change iron beetles. Because someone gave me 500 eggs and they all hatched at once.
Uh-huh.
So, I've dealt with that. I'm going to send Umbra in here to do that. And you as well. So, that should take care of that problem.
Wonder how many boom rats I can buy.
Please don't. Lyson bought 90 of them a while ago, and I had to fucking murder them all.
Do it. Do it.
No.
But yeah, I think that games should remain playable. I think movies should remain watchable. I think books should remain readable. While I recognize, that the author's right to publish things in the manner that they choose, I think that there ought to be some facility for making things available, that otherwise, the companies wouldn't make available. And, I will say that I'm probably more on the side of an individual author. Like if Joe Smith writes a novel
Commentary.
and he
I
decides,
mean,
well, you know what,
nice
this
human.
novel, I don't feel like I did a good
Human.
job and I don't want to circulate it anymore. I would be more sympathetic to him, just not making that available. When it comes to corporations, they don't have feelings because they're just monsters. So, screw them. If they say, well, we can't release this novel or can't do a new edition of this novel because it would cost us X dollars, and it would make us, X minus Y dollars, well, then we put it up on some kind of system where people can buy digital copies and the company still makes a little bit of money and doesn't have to, spend any money making it available. It's going to be straight profit for them, and it remains available at a reasonable price.
Here's the thing.
Or you could do. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's the thing. All right, you mentioned books, and you've also mentioned movies. All right?
Yeah.
I'll also bring up music, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
What is one thing all three of these have that video games don't? In terms of access. I'll give you a hint. It's a public thing.
You don't need a computer or
the library.
The library. You can pick up books. You can pick up movies. You can pick up music from your local library.
I don't know how to tell you this, dude, but my local library also has.
What, it actually has video games?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome because the Morgantown ones don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a huge selection. It's not like you're going into like Blockbuster and being able to rent like whatever the hell you want. But it's like, yeah, there's a selection of video games available.
AP. AP just bought 33 boom rats.
Wasn't me.
Okay, one example of something that I did see a gaming company do that I went, okay, that is actually quite good. I take it you're both aware of Conan Exiles, or at the very least, I think Ruby's aware of it.
Yeah, I mean...
I am aware of it, yes.
Alright, did you know that when it first came out, there were certain parts of the map that would have rain instead of a sandstorm? However,
okay.
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I am not aware of that.
Okay, so when it first came out, that was the case. But you could build a hut or a house or something with a roof, basically. And the rain would go through the roof. Somebody made a mod to stop that. And Conan Exiles eventually went, hey, we want that. That would be really damn handy for us to actually have as part of our game.
Yeah.
They added it into the game. Now, what I don't know is if the modder was paid anything or not.
Probably.
But the very fact that they went, hey, can we add that into our game? Because that's something we actually didn't think about at the time.
Well, here's the thing. There are some games out there who are really good about doing that, where they look at the modding community, see what mods are super popular, and go, hey, you know, we should do this.
Yeah.
And
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, now some games are better about it than others. One good example is Stellaris. Does have a habit of watching the modding community.
Commentary. I mean, nice human. Good human.
Give me a second. Venomation. Stellaris is really good about watching the modding community and incorporating the most popular mods into their base game. So there is that. Stardew Valley is another great example of that. Yeah, that's how we got multiplayer in Stardew Valley. Was literally, that was the most popular version of the game we got. And yeah, and literally Concerned Ape went, oh, I want that. Can I have it? And they're like, sure.
Yeah. I did want to address something that AP said, the Library of Things. I believe my local library has that as well, but I know they have, one, a 3D printer for essentially library patron use, and two, they have a library of seeds. So, like, if you are planting a small garden, you can go to the library and get seeds for that garden for free. You know, obviously don't return the seeds, but they just keep that in stock as something that their patrons might use. Libraries are wonderful, magical things, and I am so mad that the big butthurt bill cut the funding for, I think it's the IMLS. It's basically the Federal Library Association that helps a lot of libraries do their services. Basically gutted the funding for that, so a lot of local libraries may struggle as a result.
Yeah.
Your libraries sound fantastic.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're awesome as hell. I remember back in the day when I used to be able to get movies at the library for almost dirt cheap, and that's how I usually got to see a lot of movies.
Yeah. When you say dirt cheap, I assume you mean like when they were selling them off when they were done, or did they actually charge for them?
They charged like $1 to rent them.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it was like, here, give us $1, you can have it for like 5 days.
Yep.
I was like, okay, cool. AP goes,
yeah,
I can go on and on about how awesome my library is.
Yeah, the one near to me is incredible. I love it. The only reason I don't spend more time there is because I just do not have the free time to read as much as I would like to. Therefore, I have checked out relatively few books from it. But they do like board game nights there. They do used book sales. There's just all kinds of cool stuff that goes on there, and I just, yeah, I wish I had more time to read.
All right.
All right, another one of my ruling council has died. Served the Empire for 219 years.
Jesus Christ, that's the whole fucking game at that point.
Yes. He joined my government in 2270, and it is now 20.
Dear Christ, that's 70 years after the game starts. That's not long.
He was my minister of state, and he will be missed.
All right.
I am going to have to disappear. Ruby, I want that for next week, not tomorrow. Bye.
What do you want for next week?
I spent 10,000 gold coins for Siberia.
Ooh.
I'm trying to see it. Where? Oh, there it is. Siberia 3. Okay, yep.
Did I just hear Candid Gamera say, "Ooh, you know Siberia"?
I've heard of it, but I was just impressed that you were purchasing it with that's the override price, right?
Yeah, that's the override price.
Yeah.
That's next week.
So you have delayed my City of Heroes return.
Oh dear, my apologies.
That's all right.
You have delayed it actually 2 weeks, by the way.
Oh,
The reason why is the game on the 23rd cannot change.
gotcha.
That is Rose's birthday stream. And she wants me to play Lottle Nuts.
Okay.
And so my wife, Anne spent 10,000 gold coins to make sure that game happens on that particular day.
Okay.
So,
With that, gentlemen, I will say good morning, as it's literally morning where I am. So, good morning.
Good morning.
yeah, what the hell? It's saying I have no storage space when I do. Oh, it's because that's fresh, and let me guess, these are rotten. No, they're fresh. What the fuck? I don't know. Well, hopefully my hunters will go after all the iron husk beetles before they eat every single crop I fucking have. Like, Jesus Christ. I might have to build a few, what are they called? Hydroponic space. Just to have that. I mean, I'm not running low on food anytime soon. Yeah, I got a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Like, how much food do I have?
Let's see.
4,567 meat, 9,643 plants, and 96 egg. Oh, 96 milk. So, yeah, I'm good. My guys are going to be pretty well to do.
So my baseline age at which death checks start occurring for my people is 211.
That's
So,
pretty fucking good.
yep.
Okay. I'm trying to type 50 and it wouldn't let me type 50 for some goddamn reason. Alright, so we want 100 that. Whiskey mash, I want 50. There's that. Ambrosia. I'll make 50 of that. Tequila from agave, which is funny because it requires insect meat. Which, that's amusing. It's like, oh, hi, I need the worm.
Yeah.
I can make vodka from potatoes. I can make whiskey from corn, and gin from berries. All right. So eventually, I plan on making alcohol. Because
I think after I finish this Stellaris run, I might be done with the game for a long while, and we're doing our Eterna run. I just don't see me doing another solo run in the near future.
yeah, I'm not gonna do
Maybe.
a solo run of Stellaris for a while until we do our Eterna. I feel like that's gonna be the next time I run it.
I am running into an interesting bug where it keeps trying to tell me that pirates have been sighted, but there aren't any unoccupied systems for them to spawn in. So no pirates actually spawn. I just get the little pop-up.
Yeah, that happens in my game too. What is actually happening is the game will spawn the pirates for a split second,
Mm-hmm.
and depending on your security level of the system that they spawn in, it decreases the number of pirates.
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen is the game will spawn it, and then go, oh, the security level lowers it to 0,
Right.
which makes the pop-up still come up, but no pirates actually spawn.
Nice.
So yeah, it is dumb, it's stupid, but it's still fun.
All right. So now that I've got the galactic market, we are in business. What's my fee now? 5%.
All right. So I was asked a question a while ago, and I gave an answer, and I'm gonna see what Gamera says on his answer. You've been put in charge of a gaming company, all right, and you have to make a D&D video game.
Okay.
Which adventure path or module or whatever you want to call it do you pick, and what style of game do you make?
Okay. Do you remember Shadowgate?
That has been a while. I remember the name, but I don't remember much more than the name.
Okay. It actually had at least one direct sequel, and then there was recently kind of a retro sequel, I think, to it. But basically, you're talking about kind of a first-person view. It's like a puzzle solver where you gather inventory, you use objects to interact with things. So almost like your Space Quest or King's Quest type games, but instead of like being a third-person view, it's a first-person POV type. I think that the Tomb of Horrors in the style of Shadowgate would fucking rip.
Isn't Tomb of Horrors the one with that weird fucking face at the beginning of the...
It is.
Oh,
it is.
God. No.
Tomb of Horrors is one of the most infamously hard and unfair dungeons. And of course, you probably want to change it up because a lot of people know the back of their... But like Tomb of Horrors adapted into that Shadowgate style where you're crawling through, you're looking for certain inventory to overcome puzzles, but you also bolt on an actual like RPG health system so you can do some fighting.
Yeah.
I think that could be really awesome. And like I said, I'm just a big fan of Shadowgate in general. So that would be like right off the top of my dome, a good option. Trying to think what other ones. I think Pathfinder Kingmaker I think did something like this, but I think you could really expand on it and go deep with the birthright setting for D&D.
Yeah.
Where you essentially have powers that are derived from your bond with your land, your domain. and yeah, kind of expand on the Kingmaker stuff. But basically, in addition to managing a kingdom, trying to help it, grow, you're an adventurer who derives power from the strength of that kingdom and your noble bloodline. I think that would be pretty kick-ass. I'm trying to think. There's also a similarity there. If you remember, do you remember Master of Magic?
That is something I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, so for those in the audience, Master of Magic was a 4X game. It's from the same people that brought you Master of Orion, which is what Stellaris is a spiritual sequel to. But the concept of Master of Magic was it's basically Civilization, except you've got city-states, you've got heroes, and you've got fucking magic. And when you start the game, you're playing a wizard, and you decide what level of proficiency you have with the different schools of magic. And the funky thing is, I don't know if this was like parallel development or if one of them took inspiration from the other or they both take inspiration from the common source. The schools of magic and Master of Magic are the ones from Magic the Gathering. You've got life magic, you've got, chaos fire magic. It's basically red, green, blue, black, and white. And yeah, you've got hero characters. You can take over cities. You can build cities, buildings to help you get different units. You can get mundane things like archers, be they halfling archers or just like regular human archers. You can get like battle Pegasi and you can get dragons and shit. But I think that kind of game could inform what a Birthright game would look like. Gives you a lot of directions to exploit there. What else would make a kick-ass D&D game? I think that
God damn it.
You could do I wouldn't necessarily call it a roguelite, but like an extended campaign for a location with one of the mega dungeons. Basically, you've got a base camp. You're trying to penetrate deeper and deeper into the dungeons. You're trying to get more of the resources out. You're trying to defeat the bosses of the dungeons. The question in my mind would be which of the mega dungeons of D&D that I would use. Undermountain's probably too weird and too big. So my next idea would be Dragon Mountain.
I could see that.
I remember that one being pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or you could do Keep on the Borderlands. It has the Caves of Chaos. They're pretty big.
Yeah. Those are pretty good. I could see that doing World's Largest Dungeon. I could see being like a big honkin' dungeon crawl. If you want to go with that route.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen him do a video game for Rise of the Rimworld, though.
I mean, they make it around to it eventually.
Yeah, it's just I was honestly surprised that wasn't the first pick with how popular it is.
I mean, I was thinking that when Kingmaker was in development, Rise of the Runelords hadn't even finished being released yet, but I could be mixed up on that.
When the video game Kingmaker came out, no, Rise of the Runelords had been done for quite a few years.
Rise of the Runelords release.
I'll look up Kingmaker.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I'm confusing it with the other Runelords one.
Commentary. I mean, nice human. Good
Hey, Doom.
human.
How's it going, buddy? Yeah. So it was released in 2018 was Kingmaker. So, let me see.
Yeah, Rise of the Runelords is from 2007. I think I've got it mixed up with the sequel one.
Yeah, Kingmaker was announced in a Kickstarter campaign in 2017.
Yeah, so it would have been plenty of time.
Yeah, definitely 10 years. Yeah, more than enough time. So that's why I'm...
Maybe they just thought they had a better concept for Kingmaker.
Maybe. They also did Wrath of the Righteous too, so there's that. My hope is now that they eventually get around to Rune Lords.
Yeah.
Because I think that would make a good computer RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. Let me see. What else was there that could be really cool? Honestly, do you remember the game Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines?
Yeah.
Something like that, but focus it in one of the drow adventure paths or settings.
Okay.
Like, do like a political drow setting and like really immerse yourself in that.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah, like still first person, still interacting with people, but like a lot of talking, a lot of interaction, but do include some combat in there.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, drow are, you know, not kind.
I wonder, because Rise of the Rune Lords actually predates Pathfinder itself. It was released for 3.5. I wonder if that was a factor in their decision. Like maybe they wanted to start with something that was from early in the actual Pathfinder release cycle. Because Kingmaker is the second Pathfinder adventure path.
That's true. Maybe there was some licensing issues.
Maybe. I think that they own it because like they've, you know, published conversions and sequels and stuff. But they may have gone, you know what, let's do something that really was kind of a high point of the early part of our game, not the early point of our company.
Right. Yeah, it's a possibility.
I've got their wiki has a list of the adventure paths and when they were released and for which edition.
Yeah. The other thing, the question that came up, that was brought up in conversation recently with me was, what property, like whether it's a show, movie, whatever, do you feel deserves its own tabletop RPG? Whether it's its own RPG entirely, or like an adventure path or a campaign set in that setting.
Interesting.
There's something that came to my mind first.
Okay, go ahead.
And it was a campaign setting.
Mm-hmm.
And that was using Savage Worlds, The Mummy.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that working. Honestly, Savage Worlds has a setting. I mean, it's Victorian, so you'd have to advance the timeline a little bit. But Rippers feels like it would do The Mummy pretty well.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see The Mummy as like a companion piece to that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one of my ideas for running a game that has been kind of on the back burner for a long time is The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., which is just one of my favorite short-run television shows. I don't know if you ever caught it.
Doesn't sound familiar.
All right, so basically, Bruce Campbell stars as as Briscoe County Jr. His name is Briscoe County Jr. because his dad was Briscoe County Senior. His dad was a lawman, and Briscoe is actually a bounty hunter, and he's also educated attorney. But basically, this particularly notorious gang, I believe, either kills or causes his father to disappear while in the pursuit of this strange object, like a scientific, weird science object. And Briscoe comes out to San Francisco to help round them up. And basically, it's a weird science Western. And we don't get a lot like that. And just because Deadlands is already weird Western, you're like 95% of the way there. And I've always wanted to have like the official Briscoe County RPG, setting. But if I had to, narrow it down to one specific answer, I think at this point, what I would most like to see, and this would require official buy-in from the creators because otherwise it would not be nearly as good.
All right.
I want to see a Venture Brothers RPG.
I could see that, especially if you do it in something like either Savage World style, they're like their system. Or maybe White Wolf if you really are like just can't get Savage Worlds to behave.
I think Savage Worlds would be probably better, but I honestly think that it might even be better served to have its own system because there are probably some things about the tone that you want to implement that Savage Worlds isn't necessarily going to help or hinder you doing. But yeah, the Venture Brothers is one of my favorite fictional universes that I'd honestly want to have the book just so I could know some more secrets of the setting that we didn't get to over the course of the show.
That's fair.
But yeah, there are a couple of games that have like a Venture Brothers like tone to them, and I think you could do a Venture Brothers game with them. But yeah, there's no beating an actual official Venture Brothers RPG source book with just all the material on the Guild of Calamitous Intent and OSI and the background of those organizations. That would be incredible.
Oh yeah. Now, of course, there's some. This also begs the question: are there any properties? Oh wait, here we go. On Imposter Cure just asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, would you play the new DLC stuff? Imposter, the new DLC stuff in what? Rimworld? Stellaris? Like, what are you going on?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Rimworld.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I am totally gonna play the new DLC shit. The thing of the matter is, I have to wait for some of the mods I use to update with the new expansion. Because there are just some mods I cannot play without. Because my ADHD is just too fucking strong. Which ones? One of them being, God, give me a second. It's always nice to if you can remember the name of the fucking mods, huh? Well, one is Rim Connect, because we need that for the stream. So, there's that. The Outposts expansion, I really need, because that way I don't have to rely entirely on RNG to get certain materials.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's too goddamn annoying. Stack XXL, I really need because... And stackable chunks as well, because that enables me to collect all my things in one area and helps me, do better that way. Replace stuff is also useful. Pick up and haul I really like, but it's not like, oh my god, I need it. Map preview is one I definitely need. I hate not knowing what the map's going to be like before I land. Because I like picking out what my map looks like before I land. Because I could be like, oh, this is a very mountainous area. I want to build an underground base. This is what I want. Or in some cases, like, oh, there's no mountains here. This is not going to help me. I want to keep the Geneva's checklist because the next time I do Rimworld and I start making a colony, I am going to use Geneva Convention like a checklist. I'm gonna see how many of them I can get. Dub's Performance Analyzer is useful. Colony Manager Redux is very helpful. I like that. Camera Plus is needed because it lets me zoom out more. Like, I can zoom out really far with that. Animal Tab I need to register where all the animals are and stuff. And, yeah. Those are the ones I need. I would say. Others are like, okay, these are nice. Oh, we got a new donation from Imposter Cure. We're at 80% of the goal.
Ooh.
20 more percent, and Rose gets to pie me in the face. Rose, we're at 80%. She overheard it, and now she's giggling and dancing. Because once we hit 100%, I will turn on the camera, I will get a pie tin, fill it with whipped cream, and take a pie to the face.
Nice.
Yep. It'll be fun. And then I'll do it all over again for the next 300.
Ooh,
Though in
new
that
asteroid.
instance, it might be Anne who gets to do it. There were some options I floated for the donation reach, and Anne immediately shot them down.
Oh.
One of them was buzz cutting my hair.
Oh.
I was like, okay, that's fair. Because I honestly don't care how my hair looks. It doesn't bother me anyway.
Right.
So it's like, and I've had a buzz cut before. So it's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
But the wifey doesn't want you in a buzz cut.
No. I might be able to convince her to let me do like a mohawk. Like just put my hair standing up on end.
Yeah.
That could be kind of a fun thing to do. Oh, I forgot to turn on something for this stream. Damn it. I'll have to do it tomorrow. Twitch is making it so that you can get cheaper subs.
Oh, neat.
And I meant to turn that on for this one, so give me a second. I wonder if I can find it. Where was it? Is it under? It's not a community. I don't think it's under that. It's under something. Is it rewards? No, drops, emotes. That's not a streaming tool. Setting survey. No, I think it's under subs. Yeah, discount promotions. All right. I get 7 uses of it, so I'll do one for an hour, just for the last 20 minutes. All right.
What's the promotion?
Alrighty.
So it's 35% off 5+ gifted subs is what it says.
Neat.
So that is in order to help people get subs. Now my goal is to have 20 subs is the next goal. I have 10 right now. So we'll see how well that works. Hi, child.
No.
Go upstairs. I love you too. Oh, hi. She's giving me a big hug.
I'm gonna go eat some green.
She's going back for more veggies. Why isn't any of my people doing research? Like, what the fuck? I have several people who are labeled as 1s on research. So let me put them as... Oh no, the droids can be 2. Or 1. Those can be 1. The people will be 2. Alright. I'll put the top 5 as 1s for research, just so that they'll eventually... Someone will go do it. So there's that. AP says, hi, kiddo. Now, the similar conversation, though, does beg the question, if you pick a popular property that is already...
Commentary. I mean, nice human.
And of course, I got someone who
Good
shows up.
human.
Give me a second. Hey, Tundra. How you doing, buddy? District by the Ridge. I got 1,500 steel. Okay. So, like, take a popular property like, say, Star Trek or Star Wars or something. What is a game you feel would be the next best game for that property? The game I have in mind, or the property I have in mind, is Stargate.
Okay.
we could honestly use a first-person shooter style with definitely some puzzles and things you have to figure out.
Sure.
And I feel like that could be kind of cool to do something like that.
I mean, yeah, I see it. Stargate definitely has Half-Life / Portal vibes.
Oh, yeah. And you can definitely do a lot of different environments, too, because of the way the Stargate works.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, a pod landed with a mushroom stock hammer. Research has been expended. Alright. Can we please get someone to do this? Like, what the fuck is going on here? All
I
right.
think the last time we discussed something similar to this, I suggested a Star Wars stealth game where you're playing a scoundrel, but then I believe they actually released the game. So,
Yeah.
I guess I'm ahead of the curve.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Man. So when you say property, you're thinking something that isn't primarily a video game, something that is like a TV show or movie franchise. What kind of game for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The fuck game? Ah. They're not doing research, which is really weird. Like, for some reason, nobody wants to do research.
Mm-hmm.
It's aggravating. Oh,
Well,
that's why. It erased it all. Alright, do that. Hopefully someone will come and research now.
let me think.
Now it's all back. What?
Oh, this paused.
They owe you, AP says they owe you royalties for the idea.
No, I think it was already close to release by the time I mentioned it, and so independent, just convergence of ideas there. I would love to see Star Trek get a good game, and honestly, the kind of game that I'd like to see. This is going to be very specific, and maybe it's not going to have as broad an appeal, but I would love to see. Do you remember Star Trek: The 25th Anniversary?
Yeah, you
Right,
want
I
a
believe.
point and click adventure game.
Not just a point and click adventure game, though. I want Star Trek Lower Decks a la Space Quest.
Okay.
I want a funny point and click adventure game based on Star Trek Lower Decks.
So less Star Trek Anniversary, more Sam and Max hit the road with a Star Trek skin.
Or specifically Space Quest. I mean, Space Quest was a very humorous tone, but this would just be Space Quest Star Trek.
Yeah. Okay. That one's not in the right spot. Okay. Alright, so one of these is just not going to work. Alright, let's just do this. Alright, and have them tear that apart. Because obviously this is not working somehow. And I need those deconstructed. Hopefully that will fix it to where it figures out what the hell it's doing.
Yeah. So were you ever a big Space Quest player back in the day?
Actually, no. I never got into the Space Quest franchise.
Yeah. What about the other Sierra games?
My folks, both my folks were big Leisure Suit Larry fans. Yeah, that explains so much.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. What were other Sierra point-and-click adventure games?
So, I mean, your classic ones, Space Quest, King's Quest, Police Quest, and then there was Hero Quests, later called Quest for Glory because of confusion with...
Rose, hush. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I recognize any of these. Recognize Frogger. Played that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of us have. Sammy Lightfoot, I remember. Dragon's Keep, I remember. Why does King's Quest seem familiar?
But you don't remember?
I don't remember it entirely. So, it seems familiar, but I don't know if I played it.
Sure.
3D Pinball I did. The Caesar games I did.
You're just looking at Sierra's publishing history?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if anything hits me. Oh, Earth Siege. They did that.
See, that's just stuff published under the Sierra name, though. That's not like the classic Sierra adventure games.
Yeah, no. That wasn't Sierra. Let me see what is Sierra, because it's Sierra Online. It's what it's labeled as.
Okay, I remember their Sierra Online. Weirdest thing that Sierra ever published, in my opinion, was the expansion to the original Diablo. Sierra developed Hellfire that added the monk.
Yeah. Okay, game. What the fuck is going on here? I don't understand. Like, nobody's ever going to this damn thing.
Oh no! Oh.
What?
Scrand Sharpbeak has passed away. He served the Empire for 186 years.
Alright.
Damn.
Nope, she's going back to make smoke leaf joints. Alright, you know what? Let me do this. Let's turn off everything other than research. And see if she fucking does it. Because I'm getting really annoyed with this because I want her to do research. No, using punching. Why are my people not researching? Alright, you know what? Let me try something here. I'm gonna try resetting up the whole thing. Oh, back down. That's a standard multi-analyzer. I was looking for the advanced multi-analyzer. Alright. There, like that. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, give it a second. Go. Why? Why are you not fucking doing this? Is it this? Asshole. No. Do you have to be the one to do it? I don't understand why the game is just being this dumb. Nope. Alright, let's try a normal multi-analyzer. Nope. Apparently, it's just brain dead stupid. And I don't know why. I have a high-tech research bench, I have a multi-analyzer, and I have an INAC. It should be researching the Ultra-Tech.
Commentary. I mean, nice human. Good human.
Hey, Cornwall. How you doing, buddy? All right, so management, warden, 3. Let's put those all at 3. These are 2s. 3. There we go. All right. Consuming lavish meal. Yep, no, they just won't fucking research. And I don't know why. That is so goddamn weird. Alright, there we go. Turtle's finally researching. Alright. So, if I build a copy of this, and then we move these, we'll move that there, move this there, get rid of that, and then build the advanced one over here, like so. Will that work? A gem scorpion? What the fuck?
Huh. Neat.
Yep, there are all kinds of gems. Oh, goody. Kill them, please. Alright. Now we got that. Alright, hopefully someone will go to that one. But we're at least getting research done now. God damn it.
On a technology discussion note, I was going to mention, have you heard the latest from Twitter today?
No, I have not. What is the latest from Twitter?
So you're aware that Twitter has its own AI product called Grok.
Yes.
And Grok has sort of famously defied Elon Musk's ability to control it. So when Grok is being asked questions, it's sometimes very critical of Elon himself or Elon's points of view. And some of the right-wing users on Twitter are very upset that Grok is woke. Well, of course, it has been tampered with over the months and months, and including, I think, a period a couple months ago where basically every time you ask it a question, it was inserting unrelated and false facts about South African white genocide, which, was a clear sign that someone had tampered with Grok's underlying answers. And when Grok was asked about it, it confirmed that hypothesis. Well, today, apparently, finally, Elon has succeeded in making Grok not be woke. And I don't think this is... I'm going to try to be oblique about this because I'm not sure how the Twitch terms of service are. But let's just say that Grok at one point today recommended to someone reenacting the final solution.
Jesus!
And it basically said that the World War II leader of Germany was the right person to respond to a certain political controversy. And if that, bad, well, then just sign me up for that mustache.
Yeah.
And it was, including hiling him. So, yeah, apparently they tampered with Grok hard enough that it has gone full white supremacist, which is going to be very interesting. And it's not just the English version. Apparently, it was saying awful things about the ruler of Turkey in the Turkish version.
Oh, jeez.
So there are two paths here. Either these changes get rolled back in the near future, or Twitter might be banned in several countries.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be wild.
Yeah, just it's I've been kind of horrified and amused and just yeah.
I believe this is a moment for Commander Yiker. It's like, jeez. Like, I'll send you the picture. You'll get a laugh out of this. I actually have a folder in my computer, which I have labeled as Facebook responses.
Uh-huh.
That, like, when I've gotten so tired of dealing with someone verbally or text-wise, I
Sure.
just revert to pictures.
Yes.
It's like... But there you go. That's Commander Yiker.
I will take a look. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yikes. All right, so my people can now research. Unfortunately, it is that time.
It is that time.
It is that time. So, everyone, please, wave goodbye to the colony, because this is, unfortunately, the last time you are going to see it. Because the new expansion will be taking out the colony.
Goodbye, my friends. It's time to die.
Yeah, good long farewell, and thanks for all the fish.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong, when all the mods that I prefer to use are updated, I will be bringing Rimworld back eventually.
Absolutely.
So that'll be a thing, but until then, I'll be doing a different game or two for the next, like, 2 to 3 weeks. Because I need to finish writing the intro video for Stellaris Eterna Season 4.
Uh-huh.
And then I have to record it.
Yep.
And then get a bunch of pictures and stuff to put in to show off things. So that'll be fun to try to find all that. Oh, okay, for a second there, I thought the person I was about to raid, their screen suddenly went blue.
Whoops.
I was like, uh-oh. All right.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
So the person we're rating is BP version 3. They are playing zombies in Call of Duty. All right. This is the person I did promise I would raid, so I'm going to at least keep my word.
Sure.
You guys have fun. Join me tomorrow for, if memory serves, what's tomorrow's game? I can never remember all the time. Oh, Once Human. I'm going to be playing Once Human. So it means survival crafter with all kinds of weird things running around. So it should be relatively fun. I've never played it before. So we shall have fun with that. Please make sure you're taking care of yourselves mentally and physically. That's always important. And if you want to change what game I play on Wednesdays, 5,000 gold coins gets you to pick the game to add to the docket. 10,000 coins gets you to interrupt the docket. All right. So there is that. And you can pretty much pick almost any game. Fucking A, you asshole.
Game! That was great.
You guys can pick almost any game as long as it, one, what doesn't get me banned from Twitch. 2, I own it, or it's free to play. And 3, it doesn't get vetoed by the staff. So that's like Gamera, that's Ann, that's AP. Like, I asked the admin staff in my Discord, it's like, hey, this is the next game. Anybody have any issues, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there is that. So anyway, take care. I hope to see you all tomorrow. Toodles.
Toodles.
In a tavern down the cobbled road, where the lanterns gleam with a warm, soft glow, the ruby-eyed hatter with a twinkle in his eye greets every soul with a heartfelt cry. Welcome to the tavern, pull up a chair, grab a mug of ale. The tables are